So got a little bit of time this morning to keep working on this pile of stumps and big cutoffs that I'm going to be putting into the woodshed for future firewood. And by future, I mean a year and a half from now. Now, because of that, I'm going to be splitting them a little bit different, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. So the reason I'm splitting this wood a little bit smaller than what you might think as typical outdoor wood boiler splits or larger pieces, leaving it in bigger chunks. The reason I'm doing that is actually another reason why I have to leave a little bit early today. I don't have much time here this morning, but today is the little boss man's birthday and he turns 9 years old. So if I'm looking ahead and I'm thinking about this wood being out there in the woodshed a year and a half from now, 2 years from now, I also have to start thinking about the fact that at some point he is going to start potentially picking up a chore of loading the boiler, or every now and then going out and putting wood in. And for him to do that, being he'll be 10, 11 years old, I just think it's better to have more manageable sized pieces that he can then handle easier, and it's not a struggle for him, and it just kind of gets him into that routine of having more chores to do, having a little more responsibility, and making loading the boiler an option for those chores and responsibilities. If I would leave this wood in big chunks and just split it large and it was huge pieces, it might make it a little more difficult for him to go out and throw wood in when the boiler needs it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm splitting this stuff a little bit smaller than what you might typically think for boiler wood. The other reason too is just because I do like splitting stuff down so that it does season a little bit better. And so seasoning and handling, that is the goal for the split size here with these stumps and everything. And like I said, it's just a matter of thinking ahead. When you're in the firewood game, you always got to be thinking ahead, planning ahead. And that's one of the things I've started thinking about with the way I split firewood, is that, getting a little boss man into the routine of handling this wood, moving this wood around, stacking it, loading it in the boiler. And for him to do that, like I said, to make it a little more easy, a little less difficult, I just think it's worth the time to split the wood into those more manageable size pieces. So some of these bigger stumps have that root flare going on the bottom, and the best way I've found to approach pieces of wood like this is to somehow find a way to split it in half at least, and that way it gives you kind of a flat surface to work off of, and then you can pretty much avoid that root flare coming out. It does make it a little bit of a challenge, but sometimes with this bigger wood you just gotta keep busting through it and break them down one piece at a time. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and big old ugly number 11. That's what we have left. So still a few of these bigger chunks and stumps left to split up, but we'll get to that another day. Right now I'm going to take this bucket of wood up to the woodshed, throw that in, and then we are off to celebrate the 9th birthday, the number 9, little boss man turning 9. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool.